everyone, Rebecca here for the August budget review. I gotta be honest with y'all and just say up front that I have been dreading making this video for multiple reasons. There has been some emotional spending that happened in August. I actually overdrafted my account. I'll get to the details of that later. And also, I asked my husband for a separation. There's a thing you know now. And he moved out last weekend. If it sounds a little bit echoey here in the house, it's because there's a lot of things that are gone now, but that's what happens when you have a separation. And I'm obviously not going to go into details about that here on YouTube. Some things just do not belong on social media. All I'll say about it is that I know I have a financial channel here. I know that the FIRE movement is the purpose of this channel for me. And I have mentioned in the past that he was not really on board with the FIRE movement. I just want y'all to know that it had nothing to do with that. And this did not have anything to do with anybody cheating or anything. It's just, sometimes these things just don't work out. And that's all I'm going to say about it out of an abundance of respect for him. So I will leave it at that. But with this being a budget review video, obviously there's gonna be some budget changes from now on. And if you're new here, this is definitely going to be a single person in pursuit of FIRE channel now. So things that were not in my budget before, for example, like groceries, he always bought the groceries for us. You know, that'll be in the budget now, and you know, you'll just see those things from now on going forward. And forgive the wet hair again, it's another work night for me. This is just when I can film, y'all. This video is even going to be going up late because I have just been busy around here for the last few days. So with all of that said, let's just go ahead and jump into my shit show of an August budget, okay? Okay. All right, so here we are, and strictly income speaking, August was a pretty good month for me. I had budgeted to bring in about $4,400, and I ended up bringing in nearly $5,100. So part of that is due to one of my paychecks had overtime on it, and I actually got more than what I was expecting from the overtime. Also, in addition to the raises that my workplace announced for September, they also gave us a $500 bonus for all of this pandemic going on. If you weren't aware, I work in healthcare. I do ultrasound for a living, so they gave us a $500 bonus, which was really nice. Of course, after taxes, it ended up being $325, I think, but still, every little bit helps, so I was grateful to get that. Moving down into my bills and spending section for August, yeah, you can see that there was some spending going on here. All right, starting at the top, house payment was what it usually is, $545 every month. That's the full entire mortgage on this place. My power bill came in a little under, budgeted $160, came in at $151.51. Water bill, we were a little bit over. I'd budgeted $50 and it came in at almost $60. Not a big deal there. Internet, yeah, I had upped my internet plan to an unlimited plan because 50 gigabytes was not enough for me doing YouTube. And the unlimited plan is about $150 every month, but this was a prorated month, so that is why the internet came in over. I had budgeted about $150 and it was actually $210.68, so oh well. Next month it should be somewhere around that $150, which is still not great for internet, I know, but my options are limited here being as rural as I am. Next, gas for my car, budget $100 every month for that and came in a little under, $94.83. Next is a Chewy order. I had to get a few more bags of dog food for Rollo. Yes, Rollo is still here with me. He's staying with me, and my Chewy order was right on target pretty much, $224.36. Next is Amazon. I had budgeted $100 to spend at Amazon because, you know, something always comes up usually, but I only bought just a few things from Amazon. I got a reusable utensils kit that I can use at work instead of using the plastic silverware that they have there, just to be a little bit less wasteful. And I also got some round citrine beads so that I could make myself a little ankle bracelet. Just felt like being crafty one day. And I think I got something else, but now I can't remember what it is. But anyway, I only spent $11.66 at Amazon this month. Although that's not entirely true. If you've seen my September budget outlook, then you know I also bought a gate. One of my driveway gates is broken, and that was a hefty $430, but it is on September's budget because I'm paying that off in September. Moving down to the rest of the section here, which is all the spending that I did in August that was not budgeted for ahead of time. I treated myself to some sushi, $17.07 spent there. This registered agent fee is $12 for, I have to designate a registered agent for my business. I've registered my YouTube channel as an LLC, and right now LegalZoom is my registered agent, but to avoid them charging me for that service every year, I have changed the registered agent to myself, and that costs $12 to do that. Next, Aldi, I did do just a little bit of a grocery haul once or twice this month just to get a few extra things that we needed. Going forward, I am going to try to keep my grocery budget at $200 or below every month, since it's just going to be me now. We'll see how that goes. Next, REI. I actually spent a little bit of money on myself as far as clothes go this month, as y'all can see here. At REI, I ended up getting a really nice travel jacket that is water resistant and windproof, and I think it's going to be really great for all of the traveling that I want to do. It'll be perfect for Scotland whenever I go back to Scotland. I want to visit Norway and Iceland and Alaska. I want to go to all of these places, and I just really needed a good quality coat that I can use for all of the traveling I want to do. So I had a $75 gift card that I had got for Christmas last year, so I used that to get the coat. So it was a pretty pricey coat, but still the amount that came out of my pocket was $105.83. Next, Rollo needed some more allergy medicine for him. That was $81.45. After that, CVS, I needed a thyroid medicine refill. That was $7.02. Next couple of line items are clothes. Y'all, sometimes that Facebook algorithm, it really gets me with the advertising. I ended up doing a couple different orders for some more clothes for myself and some gym clothes. I don't know. I just saw these scrolling through my feed when I was looking through Facebook one day, and I decided that I had to have them. I'm totally nerdy when it comes to that Viking kind of style and this sort of rustic hippie kind of gypsy vibe. I don't know, I just really like all that stuff. So anyhow, I made one order for clothes for $152.07, and the second order of clothes that I made for myself was $111.40. And after that, y'all, Bath & Body Works. They had a candle sale. I was completely out of Bath & Body Works candles, so I took full advantage and completely stocked back up and bought myself 20 Bath & Body Works candles. Ain't even mad about it. I spent $255.13 on candles. Like I said, some emotional retail therapy has been going on this month, as well as some emotional eating, because the next line item in my budget is Little Caesars. Y'all, I won't even lie. I had a couple of trips to Little Caesars, and I spent $16.05 at Little Caesars in August. So grand total for the month, I had planned on spending about $1,300 and actually spent about $2,150. So there you have it. September, I know I've already put out my September outlook budget, but there's going to be more spending going on for September as well. There's going to be some things that I have to replace around here at the house. I'm going to have to start, buying my own groceries and paying for lawn care. And when it comes right down to it, I have done some shopping to just get some things around the house to brighten it up around here. And yeah, I'm just going to be doing some spending for the next month or two probably. Moving down to my next section of my budget, which is my debt section, I Starting at the top, I have student loans. Those have been refinanced through Earnest. They're at 2.06% interest. My payment comes out automatically every month. Budgeted $475.19, was right on target at $475.19. After that, my car payment, $386 every month, also right on target. And after that, the holistic doctor that I am seeing that has a 0% promotion thing that I'm paying right now. I had budgeted to put $470 towards that this month, but with all the spending that I did, my minimum payment for that holistic doctor every month is $300. So I didn't have to do the $470, but I did $350 this month because I just did a lot of spending otherwise. So in total for August, I thought that I would put about $1,330 towards debt, and I actually put $1,211.19. All right, next section of the budget. Let's redeem myself just a little bit here. All right. Starting at the top, my regular taxable brokerage account with M1 Finance. I had budgeted to put $125 into that account this month. I put $25 in there every Monday. There's 5 Mondays in August, so I had budgeted to put in $125, but I only put in $100. I have paused that for the time being. I need to just save some money and get these things for the house that I'm needing to get, and I hate to do it, but I just paused it for now. So I ended up only putting $100 into that account for August, and it's going to be paused for September too. I also have a Roth IRA at M1. I wasn't planning on contributing to that in August, and I did not. I also have a brokerage account at Fidelity, and I did not plan to put anything towards that this month. I also did not. That one I just have for a speculative play that I cannot get through M1 Finance. I put $100 in that account a long time ago. Y'all can actually see here that it's up a little bit. It's at 102.53. Whatevs, I'm just gonna let that account sit there and we'll see what happens with that speculative play. Maybe it will do well over the long term, maybe it won't, we'll find out. After that, I have a savings account with Ally. Here is where the overdraft story comes in. So I had budgeted to put in about $1,500 towards my Ally savings account this month, and I actually put in $1,369.01. I did that so that I could make that account be a even $2,500, and it was. The account is now at $2,501.34 is the interest earned in that account. Anyway, I put in this $1,369. I scheduled it to transfer to the savings account from my primary checking account on the day after I was supposed to get paid from work. I got paid from work on time like I was supposed to, but for some reason, Ally just took the $1,369 out immediately after, well, not immediately, but the next day after I had scheduled this transfer. So I was like, what the heck? And I called Ally and tried to get them to stop the transfer because I could see that it was in process. So I was hoping they could cancel it, but they couldn't. They told me to contact my regular bank and see if they could stop it, but they couldn't because everything was in process. So it ended up overdrafting my checking account, and I was highly irritated about that. Who overdrafts their checking account because they're trying to save too much money? Apparently I do. So yeah, I was highly irritated at Ally for that, and I called them to try and see if they would refund me the $12 fee that my bank charged me for my overdraft protection since it had to kick in. And they wouldn't. Long story short, I was a little irritated about that, but I called my primary bank. I've been banking with Bank of America for 15 years, and I said, look, y'all, I never overdraft my account ever, and would y'all consider refunding that $12 fee for the overdraft protection? And Bank of America was just like, okay, fine, we got you, fam, don't worry about it, and they refunded it. So if this ever happens to you, hey, it never hurts to call and ask, and I am still a little irritated with Ally, but whatever. I just won't be able to schedule a transfer with them for my savings account unless the money is actually already in my checking. Lesson learned there. Lastly, for this investing and fire tracking portion here, my retirement account at work. I contribute 17% towards my 403B, and I thought that this month I would put in about $950, but with all the overtime and everything I got, it ended up being more than that. It was $1,123.14. That is awesome. My work match was also a little bit up from the overtime. I thought they would put in about $225. It ended up being $280.78 that they contributed. Yay for that. So in total down here for investing, savings, and fire tracking, I budgeted to put about $2,800 towards those various accounts in August, and it actually came in a little over at $2,872.93. Super happy about that. So my final balance down here, y'all will notice I had budgeted to leave myself about $100 left to roll over to September to cover my M1 contributions that I do every Monday, but those are paused. Even still, I do have a little bit of money left over this month, about $270. I'm just gonna let that roll over into September because, like I say, I know I have some spending that is coming up. I've already done some major spending for the house. There's just things that have to get done around here. So I am going to let that $270 roll over into September. So for my savings rate for August, y'all, I'm still pretty darn pleased considering how shitty this month has been overall. I still have a 45% savings rate. I think that's great. I am now almost 7% of the way to my financial independence number. I'm 6.86% of the way there. In case you're wondering if this separation is making me reconsider my FIRE plan and my FIRE number, it's actually not. My FIRE number is 1.2 million, and I'm going to keep it there because that 1.2 million was a very wide safety margin, and that is still, I think, going to be plenty of money for me to FIRE. So I'm just going to leave my FIRE number the same. All right, and since I don't have my debt-free color charts anymore, I just want to give you a quick breakdown of where the balances for the debts that I do have stand currently. So right now, my student loans are just barely under $21,000. Yay for that. I'm at $20,999.30. Again, the interest rate's 2.06. I had my usual payment auto drafted out. $442.60 of that went towards the principal. Only $32 went towards interest. My car is at a higher interest rate. Again, I am going to aggressively pay it off at some point, but who knows when that's going to be now. Things are always changing with me. Anyhow, my $386 payment, $316 of that went towards the principal and about $70 went towards interest. My holistic doctor is interest-free. The $350 payment that I made dropped the balance that I owe down to $4,300. Again, the whole $350 went towards the principal. So my current overall balance for debt is at $41,695.99. I don't have a updated amount that I owe for the house yet. I haven't gotten my bill in to update it. Anyway, I'll throw that in there later, but the house is not something that I am going to aggressively pay off anytime soon, maybe ever. So I just recently refinanced. If you've been following me for a while, you know, and I got the interest rate dropped down to 3.25% fixed. That's a great interest rate. I may never aggressively pay on the house. We'll see. So my year-to-date totals for debt, I have paid off $7,227.16 worth of debt this year, and I have lost $1,064 to interest. Grand total is about $8,300 towards debt this year. Making progress, even though I am not aggressively paying my debts down. We're still making pretty decent progress. All right, y'all, the last thing that I wanted to draw your attention to, this is the one hugely positive thing that I am going to hang on to for August. I don't know if you noticed before when I was going through this section, but I keep track of the balances of all of these savings and investing accounts here in this third column. And down here at the bottom, you will have noticed that for the first time ever, I have crossed over $80,000 in all of my savings and investing accounts. My retirement account here for the first time ever has crossed over 70,000. So I am super excited for that. This means that we are going to be able to color in another section of my fire tracking color chart. So let's end this month on a positive note and do that. All right, y'all, here it is if you haven't seen it before. I love this color chart. I just think it is so cool. I love the artistry of it. And yeah, every section in this color chart is worth $10,000. And I colored in all of the first 70,000 at once. But I think from now on, what I'm going to do is as I reach each additional 10,000, I'm going to color it in and write the date that I reached that next $10,000, because I think it'll be cool to see how much faster I start to see the compound interest take effect the larger my investment accounts get. So with that said, let's color in the next section here. We are officially at 80,000. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to drop a like down below and leave a comment. Let me know how your August went. Hopefully it was a little better than mine. And if you would like to join me on this single fire journey, then don't forget to subscribe down below. I'll see y'all in my next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.